Live from Wesley Barrow Stadium in New Orleans, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you Louisiana High School baseball. This afternoon, it's the third and deciding game of the best-of-3 Division I Select semifinals as the Holy Cross Tigers face the Brother Martin Crusaders. A pleasant welcome back to Wesley Barrow Stadium. Ken Trahan with Kirk Bollinger for the third and deciding game to see who goes to Sulphur to play for the state championship. In case you missed it earlier this afternoon, Matthew Watson pitched a no-hitter for Holy Cross and a 1-0 win over Brother Martin to even the series in a game apiece after Brother Martin took game one 7-4 Thursday night. The third and deciding game is set. Here are the lineups. The visitors for Brother Martin with a record of 30-6. Leading off for Brother Martin is the second baseman Stan Wilkes, batting second. Center field is Ryan Dara. Hitting third and right field, Brady McCluskey, the cleanup hitter. Third baseman Cole Navarro. Batting fifth, the DH is Reese Roussel. Hitting sixth in left field is Cody Kropp. Batting seventh at first base is Bronson Lamont. Hitting eighth and catching Egan Prather. And batting ninth at shortstop will be Brody Shannon. So the top three for Brother Martin will be Wiltz, along with Dara and McCluskey. It's Navarro, Roussel, and Kropp. And then the bottom three for Brother Martin will be Lamont, Prather, and Shannon. And on the mound will be Jude Tingstrom, the brother of Blaze Tingstrom. For Holy Cross, a record of 32-5. Leading off is Chris Serkovich. He's the pitcher. Batting second in right field, Greg Ruiz. Hitting third at shortstop, Dom Pellegrin. The cleanup hitter, third baseman, Will Andre. Batting fifth at second base, Ryder Blanchard. Rue Guerra, the first baseman, at sixth. Mark Robert in left field, batting seventh. Luke Appy in center field will hit eighth. Colton Garretts is the catcher. He's batting ninth. Top three will be Serkovich, Ruiz, and Pellegrin. The middle three, Andre, Blanchard, and Guerra. And the last three are Robert, Appy, and Garretts. And on the mound will be the right-hander, Chris Serkovich for the Tigers. 6 appearances, 5 starts. He's 5-0 with a 1.81 earned run average. In 31 innings pitched, Serkovich has allowed just 19 hits, 9 runs, and 8 earned. He's walked 10, struck out 27. He has not allowed a home run, and his whip is 0.93 on the year. So he has an outstanding whip on the year, and Serkovich has finished his warm-up tosses. Kirk, he's a strike thrower again, and when you have a whip of 0.93, you're awfully good.
These teams are here for a reason, and the way you get to this point in the season is with good pitching and good defense and timely hitting. We didn't see much of the timely hitting last game, but we saw a lot of good pitching and a lot of good defense, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that in this rubber match here in Game 3.
Here's Wiltz to lead it off. He's 0 for 6 with a run scored in the series. First pitch is high at 4 p.m. We're underway. Right on time. It's 1-0 to Wiltz from Serkovich. Crusaders did not have a hit in Game 1. And there's a popper for a strike. It's 1-1. Talking to the coaches downstairs, they thought the strike zone was fair, but it was a little big in Game 1. It's high and tight, which stands to reason when you got a pitcher that's sharp, and that was the case on both sides.
Both pitchers were absolutely sharp. It's unfortunate for...
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
It's unfortunate for Tingstrom that he made one mistake and he loses the game, but Watson was just a little bit better.
2-2. Swing and a foul, all right.
You know, going into a game like this with Serkovich, who's basically played a full game in center field for Holy Cross.
Swinging a pop-up, easy chance. Who wants it? Right fielder waiting. Ruiz waits, catches. So an easy out, one gone. Wiltz is retired. Brother Martin still looking for its first hit of the afternoon. Ryan Darrell bat, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3 in the series with 3 walks and an RBI.
The point I was trying to make is Brother Martin's pitcher, Jude Tingstrom's just a little bit fresher than Chris Serkovich is. But we'll see how it all shapes up.
High pitch, 1-0 to Dara, Arizona State signee. Thank you. Very kind of him. We have some nice people here. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, foul tip into the mid. Stayed away. And he got a foul tip, it's 1-1. It's down and out, it's 2-1. Sunny afternoon here. The 2-1. High, 3-1. Dara dictates. They didn't have a lot of favorable counts for Brother Martin hitters in Game 1. 3-1. Swing and a miss. So even when ahead in the count, they're not able to make connections thus far. It's full 3-2.
Holy Cross is doing a fine job of just keeping the ball away from the power of these Crusader hitters.
Swing and a miss. He struck out Dara for out number 2. And that will bring Brady McCluskey to the plate, who's 2 for 7 with the double and 2 runs scored in the series. At game time, mostly sunny skies. The temperature 75 degrees. Relative humidity 69%. The wind northwest at 11, which means it's blowing out. Here's McCluskey. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. A lot of air. Right now it's 0-1. Coming from those bats.
That looked like a first pitch changeup to McCluskey that he was a little bit out in front of.
The 0-1. And he's low, and it's 1-1. You kind of get the feeling in this one. It's like who strikes first will have a definitive advantage with the pressure on.
Anytime you're in an elimination game.
Gets hit in the backside. McCluskey tries to first.
It's best to get on top first. You never want to try to play from behind in a game like this with so much on the line.
McCluskey aboard. 6 steals on the year and as many attempts. Brother Martin doesn't run a lot. Here's Cole Navarro. 2 for 6 with a walk and 2 RBIs in the series.
They don't run a lot, but they have some guys that can run, though. McCluskey's one of them. Dara, Wiltz, Shannon.
High stretch position. Long look in the pitch. High strike called. That pitch up around the letters, and he got the call. Remember that. It's 0-1.
Navarro didn't like that one. Took a long walk out of the batter's box, and he was directed back into the batter's box by the home plate umpire. That ball was up for sure.
Throw to first, runner back. Well, you try to get that strike zone established early. Corners were big in game 1. That was a high strike for sure. Check of the runner with the 0-1. Swinging a foul and quickly 0-2 on Navarro.
One of the things we have seen over the years in these playoff series, when we get the out-of-town umpires, the strike zones tend to be a little bit bigger than what we normally see during the course of the season with our local umpires.
And he took it off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was the double tap fastball off the outside edge, just a little bit too far off.
Check on the runner. Throw to first, diving back in. McCluskey had a pretty good lead. Another throw to first, runner back.
It's going to be interesting to see just how far Sirkovich is going to be able to go after playing a full game in center field, because he's a guy that plays with a lot of energy. He's not a big guy either.
Foul back. Still 1-2.
That one was coming right back at you, Ken.
Navarro took a look down, but his coach just turns away, says, go for it, buddy. On 1-2. Here it is. That's away. And it's 2-2. One thing that Brother Martin did not do in game 1 is work counts. They simply couldn't get deep into at-bats at all against Watson, who only threw 68 pitches in the whole game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Bottom of the first coming. Tigers to the plate, no score. Game 3, deciding game of this series here on Crescent City Sports. Well, a good start for Sirkovich, a pair of strikeouts, Kirk.
Doing a very good job of starting the Brother Martin hitters off away, trying to get him to expand the zone, and then he's finished both Dara and Navarro with the high fastball inside, elevated fastball inside that they were not able to catch up to.
Crusaders will take to the field. Crop left, Dara center, McCluskey right. Navarro third. Shannon short. Wilt second. Lamont first. Prather catching. And on the mound is the left-hander Jude Tingstrom. So Jude, senior, a Delgado commit. Tingstrom, brother of Blaze, and he's been outstanding. 9 appearances, all starts. He's 7-0. Can't do better than that. 2.78 earned run average. 40 and a third innings pitched, only 29 hits given. 20 runs, 16 earned. Now he's walked 23 and struck out 29, so not a real good ratio there. He's hit 6 batters, given up 3 home runs. The whip is 1.28 against Tingstrom on the year. Nice to have the two brothers in tow that are both outstanding.
They're very similar in their makeup, except for the fact that one's a lefty, one's a righty. They're both going to be low to mid 80s. Both can spin it. They're going to use the breaking ball as their out pitch. They're going to mix in a changeup, and they'll change speeds with the breaking ball. I tell you, what about a day for Tommy Tingstrom? I'm good friends with the father of these two boys. Hope he took some Valium before this day.
Swinging a foul by Sirkovich, the counterpart of Tingstrom. 1 for 7 in the series with a double is Chris. Leading off for the Tigers, third baseman Navarro drawn in. Jude Tingstrom with the 0-1. Missing down and away. Jude Tingstrom works from the third base side of the rubber, creating the angle he wants. The 1-1 pitch. And just missed away, 2-1.
The crowd's going to be a little bit more on edge in this one than they were in the last one, even with the no-hitter being thrown by Watson.
2-1. Swinging a foul, it's 2-2. Everything on the line here. And we've detailed the history. Holy Cross last went to a title game in 2012 and lost. Brother Martin hasn't been to a title game since 1996 when it won. 2-2 pitch. And it's inside, and it's 3-2. So I say title game. Of course, it's different this year. It's title series. Things have changed. 3-2 now on Sirkovich, starting off the bottom of the first. And the payoff pitch is on the way. Swinging a foul. Let's do it again.
And I do like the new setup. I like the series. It really gives you the best team, in my opinion, having to use your pitchers and a little bit more strategy.
Ground ball up the middle is short. Booted by Shannon. He'll never get him. That'll be an error. And the leadoff man is on. And a good start for the Tigers.
You don't see too many bad hops on AstroTurf, but that one did kind of kick up a little bit on Brody Shannon. He wasn't ready for that one. Might have come in on that a little bit too relaxed on this AstroTurf. And all of a sudden, that ball jumped up and bit him a little bit.
Greg Ruiz bats, hero of game 1. He homered to deep left. Bats with a runner first, nobody out. The stretch and the pitch, and a swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. Had him well out in front. It's 0-1.
Ruiz, the hero of game 1 with the home run and the no-hitter saving catch in right field, sliding in on his knees to preserve that no-hitter.
Time called. Sirkovich runs his own bases. He's not giving into a courtesy runner here. The pitch. Breaking ball beat to short. That's a double play ball. Second for 1. First, that's 2. 6-4-3. The eraser. Shannon to Wiltz to Lamont. Perfectly turned. 2 gone.
Well, Shannon redeems himself. The very next hitter. Sharply hit ground ball. Routine 6-4-3. Wiltz with the good turn at second to erase the leadoff error off the bat of Sirkovich.
Will Andre bats 0 for 6 in the series. Third baseman. I'm sorry, Pellegrin, pardon me. 3-hole hitter, Dom Pellegrin, pardon me. That's a breaking ball strike. Dom Pellegrin, 2-lane commit, is 1 for 3 with 2 walks. He's been hit by a pitch and driven in a run. In the series to this point, Pellegrin, outstanding right-handed hitter, taking it away. It's 1-1.
That ball was definitely off the plate. The Brother Martin crowd was begging for it, didn't get it. Runs the count 1-1.
And a swing and a fly ball to center should end the inning. Making the catch is Darrow. No runs, no hits, one error, nobody left. We've played one in the third and deciding game of the series, and there is no score here on Crescent City Sports. Both pitchers solid in their first half of this ball game in the inning that took place just now. Congratulations all around for the Crusaders as they come off the field.
It's these types of innings when your pitcher, such as Sirkovich, has to run the bases. He had to leg out the error. Then he had to bust it to second to try to break up the double play. And only 2 pitches later, he's back out there on the mound. You have to be careful with your pitcher in these situations. When I was at Shaw, I had to do it with Jason Neely all the time. He hit in the 2-hole or the 3-hole, always on base. And you have to pick your times when you want to use that courtesy runner for those guys.
Sirkovich, he threw 20 pitches in the first inning. We saw nothing like that in game 1 from pitching from Holy Cross. But Sirkovich did strike out 2 and hit a batter in the first.
Yeah, you didn't see any of those prolonged at-bats with 2 strikes. Nobody was fouling stuff off against Watson. They were putting it in play, albeit weakly, but they were putting it in play, so there were no extended at-bats at any point in time.
Roussel takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. The DH 1 for 5 with a walk.
Roussel's probably happy to see Watson not on the mound.
There's a drive to right. Right fielder coming. He's there making the catch. This Ruiz for out number 1. Kind of got it a little bit off the end of the bat there.
End of the bat. And that's a different look, you know, because in game 1 with Watson, they really pounded Roussel in. And now you've got a totally different look. Right-hander on the mound with a little bit of 2-seam run, arm side run going away from Roussel. He tried to hook it, hits it off the end of the bat. Routine play for Ruiz.
Cody Kropp takes it. Oh, there's the high strike again. So he's going to call that pitch up around the letters. Okay, you know now it's 0-1. Second time we've seen that pitch called. That is down. It's 1-1.
And if he continues to call that, it's going to be tough sledding for the hitters because it's hard to get on top of that pitch. It can be a lot of fly balls.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. High, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And he missed away. So it's 3-1.
And Kropp is one of the Brother Martin players that is a good runner. He's a great base runner.
3-1 pitch. And that's high. So Kropp, the Shelton State commit, is aboard with a 1-out walk. Second base runner for the Crusaders, who are still looking for their first hit of the afternoon.
And that was really one of their strong points. We've talked about how good
the best
their
inning
pitching,
team I've seen this year.
We've talked about how good their pitching's been all year, but offensively they've been a juggernaut.
Here's Bronson Lamont, the first baseman, 1 for 4 in the series with a double. Runner goes, the pitch is high, the throw down is not in time. A stolen base for Cody Kropp. You said it, and he ran, and he gets himself into scoring position for this 5th steal of the year. It's the first player they've had in scoring position today.
Remarkable, and you know, they're going to try to take advantage of it now. If they're going to be able to get some base runners on, they're going to try to run and put pressure on Holy Cross.
Missed inside, it's 2-0.
Just like Holy Cross is going to try to do that to them. Lamont, good power from the right side, 3 homers this year.
2 balls, no strikes. Check out the runner of the pitch. And he got the call. Hitter didn't like it. Outside corner at the knees, it's 2-1.
Good pitch by Sirkovich getting back into the count, but Lamont's still in a good spot right here. He doesn't want to swing at that pitch 2-0 anyway.
Here's the 2-1. And it's Chopper toward third. That's a foul ball. Foul ball. Runner legged it out, but it's foul, and it's 2-2. Call made by the third base umpire right away. That's what you want to see. Just let them know, right?
Definitely made the call immediately and emphatically. There was really no doubt in my mind whether it was fair or foul.
Count holding at 2-2. Lamont steps back in. He's driven in 20 runs on the season. With a 2-2 count. Sirkovich stretches and pitches. Breaking ball, fly ball to right, hit pretty well. Right fielder back. He caught it. Outstretched. Runner tags from second. Heads to third. Good play by Ruiz. And right field, that ball was hit hard.
Great play by Ruiz. That ball was hit right on the nose. Great job of hitting by Lamont. We talked about his power from the right-hand side, but he's got good power the other way. We saw it the other night. He doubled off the wall and right, and that was just a great play by Ruiz to haul that one in.
Here's Prather, 0 for 2 in the series. Loyola commit on his way to the Wolfpack during the NAIA National Tournament. Runner third, 2 outs, the pitch. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Thus the first runner to third base this afternoon for Brother Martin. 0-1 the count. And Prather. From the stretch, Sirkovich pitches. Breaking ball missed. It's 1-1.
And that one looked a little bit better than those high ones we had seen called for strikes.
Time call. Prather back in. The 1-1. That's high. And it's 2-1. Well, it's a little bit different here in game 2. They could not elevate Watson's pitch count at all in game 1. They're doing so early against Sirkovich. 2-1 the count. The pitch. That's down and in. It's 3-1. Prather gets a favorable count here. As a hitter, this is where you look for that box fastball coming out of his hand.
And as a pitcher right here, you really want to get Prather out. You'd love to have the 9-0 hitter, Brody Shannon, leading off the third, but you also don't want to give up.
He's taking all the way, and he walks. Prather pumping his arm and fist, looking at his dugout, says, let's go. And it's first and third, 2 outs, and here's Brody Shannon. 2 walks in the inning. Jeff Lupo's looking to the dugout. He wants a courtesy runner. He'll get it. Luca Cannizzaro. Cannizzaro will run it first. We'll keep an eye on him, see if they want to put a play on. Shannon bats. Cannizzaro runs. He's 8 for 9 in stolen bases. Would they want to put a play on here? Here's Shannon. 1 for 5 in the series.
Shannon's a good first ball, fastball hitter. Let's see what Holy Cross attacks him with here.
Popped him up, straight up on the infield. Should end the inning. Shortstop Pellegrin makes the catch. 1 pitch to get out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the second coming with no score here at Wesley Barrow Stadium. Well, that looked like the first game. First pitch.
First pitch swinging.
After 2 walks in the inning, Kurt? I mean, I'm just saying, I don't get it.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's when he's at his best. That's when Brody Shannon is at his best. He's a good first pitch fastball hitter. I said it right before the pitch, but it looked like it might have been a little sinker by Sirkovich and had Shannon out in front of it a little bit. And if you're Holy Cross, you want him to hit the ball exactly to who they hit that one to. He's about as sure-handed as they come.
I just didn't mention how they were working pitch counts. And there goes the 1 pitch out right away for a guy that had walked 2 and hit a batter. I think situations dictate oftentimes rather than what your strengths and weaknesses are. And when a guy's struggling to throw strikes, I just think maybe you ought to think about looking at a pitch.
Oh, no doubt about it, especially when you're the 9-hole hitter and you could possibly turn that lineup over to the horses, Wiltz and Dara, with the bases loaded. You've got the makings of a big inning.
Tigers will send Will Andre to the plate. 0 for 6 in this series. He'll be fouled by Blanchard and Guerra. As we march on. First pitch missing away, 1-0. It's pitch number 13 for Tingstrom. 8 have been strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That misses. So the lefty-lefty matchup. Left-handed hitter in command 2-0 here.
And this is where, as a coach, I'm always having my leadoff hitter take a pitch here.
Swinging a liner down the left field line, slicing. That's trouble. Left fielder on the run, makes a great catch. Outstanding play by Cody Kropp. He had to run a long way, and he had to cross the body with the glove to make that catch on the run for out number 1.
He did. He went a long way for that one, and he almost overran it because the wind actually was pushing that ball back to him. He played it properly because that ball coming off the left-handed hitter's bat typically will curl towards the foul line, but that ball actually blew back across him, and he made a great play staying with it.
Here's Ryder Blanchard at the plate, and he swings and lines up base hit to right center field. Center fielder trying to cut it off. He does. Blanchard's going for second. He's going to make it with a sliding double. Ryder Blanchard, the LSU Eunice commit, doubles with 1 out. First hit of the game for either team.
First pitch swinging again. Line drive into the right center field gap. And Dara did a great job of cutting that off. The ball took him glove side, so he had to do a pirouette to throw that ball back into second base. Blanchard, who runs well, sniffed double all the way, and he goes sliding in head first. He had to be careful on that because he was celebrating, and Stanley Wilkes tried to put the tag on him while he was celebrating.
Now do you bunt or not? The answer is no. It's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Prather. That's double number 8 for Blanchard on the season.
I'm not going to bunt here with 1 out because Garrett is really one of the better RBI guys left in the lineup at this point in the lineup.
I agree with you with 1 out. The pitch, swing and a miss. He had him way out in front of an off-speed breaking ball. It's 1-1.
Slow curve ball behind an count. And again, that's what these Tingstrom brothers do. They'll throw that breaking ball in any count.
Ball and a strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball fouled. He stayed back that time, waited on it, but it's 0-2. Winner plays the winner of Catholic High and St. Thomas Aquinas. Catholic took game 1 of that series, 16-6.
Well, they're playing another one
playing
today?
Playing right now, yes. 1-2 the pitch. And, no call. That was pretty good. Catcher letting you know that he thought it was a strike, and he's gone to the mound because of it. Catchers will always let you know what they thought. And they let the dugout know, and the home plate umpire doesn't like it.
No, he's not having any of that. He's coming to get him. They don't like when you show them up like that. And honestly, all that does is hurt the pitcher. Now Tingstrom's going to have to make a really good pitch to get a called strike 3.
On 2-2, here it is. He's high and away, 3-2. Well, that was a pretty important pitch. I mean, 1 run in this game means a ton based upon the way this afternoon is unfolding.
And anytime you can get on top first, that's huge. 7-inning games, you always want to get on top first.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Guerra. Check of the runner payoff. And he walked him. That pitch was away. Didn't get the call and walks him, and it's 2 on 1 out. And now you get Mark Robert, the left fielder, 1 for 5 in the series. He's been hit by a pitch, and he scored a run.
Not a bad walk right there. I mean, there's good walks and bad walks. But you had the base open. No, Robert, not the hitter that Guerra is.
Way high, so Tingstrom out of the zone again. It's 1-0.
We got another trip by the catcher, Prather.
He's been
try
up
to
and
settle him down.
He's been up in the zone when he's missing. One ball, no strikes.
And that's a sign of just not finishing the pitch good enough. Possibly flying open a little bit with the front side.
Runners lead first and second. The pitch. Missed away. Snap throw to first and runner back. And it's 2-0. Prather loves to throw behind runners. We've seen that for what, 3-4 years now.
Had that not been a 1-0 count, that almost looked like a planned pickoff play. Throw the fastball away and throw behind the runner at first. But you don't typically do that when you're behind in the count.
And struggling to throw a strike. And cannot again. It's 3-0. He threatens to load him up. Trouble brewing for the Crusaders here in the bottom of the second inning. Tingstrom walks behind the mound. He has to come in with a strike here. On 3-0. The pitch down the middle. It's 3-1. Robert took that one. Likely has the green light here, but he wants to make sure it's in one place. And it's one pitch.
Appa waits on deck. Not a lot of at-bats this year, 33, but he's got 8 RBIs in those at-bats.
Swing and a miss. Pitch outer portion for sure, and it's full 3-2 now. If you're Cal Benur, would you think about starting Blanchard, who can run at second? 3-2 the count.
I don't think you want to run into a double play here.
Don't think so. Robert waits, stretched by Tingstrom, runners lead. Not going, and he struck him out on the outer portion for out number 2. Got the call on the corner. Prather with a good job receiving it. Borderline pitch, and got the call.
Tingstrom taking advantage of that outside edge right there. With 2 strikes, you've got to protect. I think I'm gonna back Robert on that one. I thought that ball was a little bit off the plate, but nonetheless, it was a great pitch by Tingstrom, and he gets the call. Robert doesn't. 2 outs.
And here's Luke Appy, the center fielder, at 3-0-4 with 8 driven in. Right-handed hitter, the pitch. And that's a strike called. It's 0-1.
And that's what I was talking about with those out-of-town umpire strike zones. This strike zone's much bigger than we're normally used to seeing.
On 0-1. Stretch and the pitch. And a strike called. It's 0-2. Working that outer portion very effectively now. Trying to pitch around a double and a walk. It's 0-2.
And he should go right back to that same pitch because you can't do anything with it.
Appy waiting. Tingstrom pitching. Way outside and high. It's 1-2.
However, if I'm going to be making that pitch, I think I would have Brody Shannon holding the runner on and have Wiltz over in the hole, because the only place you're going to be able to hit it is that way. And that's what App should be looking at right now, is hitting it the other way.
Appy waits, and the pitch to Appy is a foul back. It's holding it 1-2 on Luke Appy. We're in the second inning. The bottom half with no score. The winner goes on the Sulphur to the Selective Division I State Championship Series. For the first time in a while for both programs. Stretch, pitch, and he got the high strike called again. This is a liberal strike zone, and there's the call. Credit Tingstrom. No runs and a hit. 2 men stranded. First 2 left for the Tigers. No score after 2. We see a lot of low ball strike umpires. We don't see many high ball strike umpires. We've got one certifiably here.
Oh, we definitely do. He's got the high strike going, and he's got the one off the outside edge going. So this is a great day to be a pitcher, or a great game to be a pitcher so far in this one. Large strike zone up and out. So they should really take advantage of that. No reason to really pitch in right now.
Totally agree. And if you elevate, you got a great chance based upon the strike zone. We've seen, I do a lot of games, as you know, Kirk, and you've seen a lot of pitchers, and I did a lot of games this year with a guy that lives on that upper zone fastball, Giancarlo Arancibia, who's had a really good year for Delgado this year after having an outstanding high school career at Archbishop Rummel. And he's 89 to 91 consistently. But again, if you have really good control and you can get that fastball around the letters, it's hard to get to as a hitter. You have enough velocity, and guys like that are able to do that.
He did it at the high school level about as good as anybody you'll see. And he continues to use that as a weapon of his.
Stan Wiltz leads it off, flew out to right in the first inning. Crusaders are still looking for their first hit of the afternoon, and that's not going to be it. Popped up short right, easy chance, caught, 1 pitch, 1 out. Wiltz to Ruiz. Second time he's flied to right, and here's Ryan Dara, who struck out swinging in the first. They haven't really threatened hits here this afternoon. Really, maybe 1 or 2, that's it.
Really, the only ball that was hit hard in the first game was the play that Ruiz slid on his knees and caught. Now, he made a great play going back on the Lamont ball earlier in this one.
Dara shoots a line drive, base hit to right. So there's an answer. So Dara, the Arizona State commit, has the first hit of the day for Brother Martin. It took them 10 innings to get a base hit.
Yep, 9 and a third, no hit ball by the Holy Cross pitchers. And maybe that's what they need to get him started. He's one of their guys. He's one of their catalysts. And he's a great runner. We've seen that.
Check of the runner. And a throw over chasing Dara back. A good runner, as mentioned. And 13 steals on the season in as many attempts.
Yep, 13 steals and 13 tries. He's always been a good runner.
There he goes. Pitches away. Good pitch to handle, but the throw will never get him. Backed up, got away from 2, but the center fielder, the third man, is there. But Dara's in scoring position with 1 out with his 14th steal in as many attempts.
That one almost got away from everybody out there.
Now, I think the Crusaders believe they can run on this pitcher. They're 2 for 2 now in the stolen base department, and both runners had the bag stolen. McCluskey now can put the Crusaders on top with a knock. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Good hitter, terrific sophomore. The pitch, high.
They're not going to let McCluskey beat him in this spot. I can promise you that. They're behind 2-0, and you're going to probably see another breaking ball or a changeup or a waved fastball off the outside edge. If they walk McCluskey, they've got Navarro on deck. Right-hander versus right-hander.
2-0. Stays high, 3-0. I think you're right. He was an all-district player as a sophomore, and the newcomer of the year in the league was Ian Smith, the shortstop for Rome. Those 2 sophomores are really good players.
2 very good players. I would just go ahead and put him on. I wouldn't even bother with another pitch.
3-0. And he threw a fast strike. It's 3-1. McCluskey taking all the way.
They're going to toy with him. They showed him the 3-0 fastball, knowing he's probably taken. Now that he's going to get another off-speed pitch. Changeup here would be a great pitch by Sirkovich.
Outfield straight away. 3-1 count. Oh, he threw the off-speed pitch beautifully. And he got him out in front. Swing and a miss. You called it, and it's 3-2.
Went with the curveball variety for the off-speed pitch. That's probably his best of the 2. Now what you do, if you're Sirkovich, you throw that same breaking ball, but you bury it.
3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, runner second. Here it is. Waited on the breaking ball, fouled it out of play.
Yeah, the pitch here is to bury that curveball. If he buries it, he's probably going to get him to swing.
Who strikes first in this deciding game? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is, swinging a foul. Good battle here. We're going to see the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Tried to sneak the fastball by him right there. McCluskey was having none of it. Did a great job of fighting that one off, spraying it down the left field outside in foul territory. They got a ball on the field. They're going to have to clean that up.
Left fielder has to go run it down. Nobody else saw it. So we got to wait for Robert to retrieve it and get back to his position. Turned out to be a fantastic day. Sunny afternoon, 70s temperatures. McCluskey waits, time called. Another ball comes loose. How is that?
I think they have some
kids are throwing the ball.
Playing over there.
Take the ball away from them, please. I mean, no, I'm serious. I mean, come on. There's a game going on here.
I don't know if they understand the magnitude of this ball game.
Well, that's why you don't let them do that down there. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball, hit well to center. Center fielder back. He can't get it. It's over his head. Brother Martin's going to take the lead. McCluskey's on his way to third. He's got a ringing triple. It's 1-0 Crusaders. Sophomore, all district. You see why.
That's why he's hitting the 3-hole. He's there to protect Dara. He got an opportunity to drive in a run, and he took advantage of it. Great at bat, fighting off pitchers' pitches. He got one he could handle, and he drove that one deep to center field over the head of Happy, who kept coasting and drifting, and he was unable to come up with it.
Runner third, only one out. They're in at first and third. The pitch to Navarro. He showed bunt, he missed it. Safety squeeze, and he missed it, and it's 0-1. Interesting that you'd have your cleanup hitter with a safety squeeze, who's the top guy RBIs on the year.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't do that on his own.
He's got 35 runs driven in. I think you want him to swing it, right? The 0-1. And now it's 1-1 on a breaking ball away.
And that was one of the reasons why we were talking about don't let McCluskey beat you with the righty on deck.
And a ground ball fair inside of first. Will score McCluskey. Navarro singles on the run. It's 2-0 Brother Martin. Just went with the pitch and hit it the other way and found the space he needed. Well, like I said, your leading RBI, man.
Yeah, and that's why he's into 4 holes. Good job of hitting. Curveball, middle away. He stayed inside of it, just kind of sliced it down the line.
Now a 2-0 lead for Brother Martin. They hadn't had a hit all day until this inning, and now you just kind of got the feeling, the floodgates start to open a little bit.
Yeah, and it's funny, if McCluskey would have been intentionally passed, you'd have had first and second. That's probably a double play ball.
Umpire's limping out at second base. He's hurt.
He pulled a hammy.
Gosh.
Or a calf.
Yeah, he's limping pretty badly, and he's backing up. Now he's walking toward the center fielder.
Maybe Appy was injured when he took that tumble in center field.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know, maybe it's not the umpire. Maybe it is Appy, but the umpire's limping badly. Maybe that's just his gait. So they're checking Appy to see and make sure. Dealing with his face. It's also possible you get pellets, I mean, you got that too,
in
right?
the eyes, correct.
Yeah. So they're tending to Luke. Still tending to him. Looks like he's going to be all right. Gets a hand. And we'll be ready to go. 2 runs home in the inning. Still only 1 out. And here's Reese Roussel, who lined out to right his first time. And here's the pitch. And that misses away. 1-0 on Reese Roussel.
Nice bounce back season for Roussel this year.
Move to first.
.326 hitter, 15 RBIs, 1 homer.
Navarro will take a short lead again. Yeah, it's decent. Roussel waits for the 1-0. Another throw to first. Guerra holding him on. Back in. There goes the runner. The pitch is grounded to the first baseman. Wisely takes the play at first. What is Navarro doing? He kind of stopped and then had to hurry up and get to the bag at second. I'm not sure what
Pellegrin deked him. Pellegrin deked him at second base, and that's what a good shortstop does.
And you can't buy that. You know,
told him it was a foul ball.
Right, you can't buy that, right?
No, cannot. You cannot.
Well, they start the runner. It pays off. Gets the runner into scoring position with 2 outs for Cody Kropp, who walked and stole a base in the second inning. RBI opportunity here for Cody. Shelton State commit takes it high for ball 1.
Cody's a good fastball hitter out over the plate. Not a ton of power, but really good handler of the bat.
Stretch in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And a fastball. And it is 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Swing and a miss. Powdered him with fastballs twice. Worked well twice, so do you stay with it?
He's probably going to try to go extended right here, and that's what they should be doing all along because the outside edge is massive.
It's huge. 1-2. Swing and a line drive. Base hit right field. Runner around third. They're going to send him. Here's the throw. He is saved. And the Crusaders have a 3-0 lead. Navarro scores. Big inning for Brother Martin. Up 3, and now Bronson Lamont, who flied out to right on an outstanding play by Ruiz in the second inning.
Too much plate right there by Sirkovich, and that 1-2 count. There was no reason to throw it over the plate. Kropp, like I said, good fastball hit.
Runner goes, throw to second, will never get him. That's way wide. That's 3 stolen bases for Brother Martin. They're running wild here. In game 3, and Kropp's in scoring position with a 1-0 count on Lamont.
And based on those last 2 throws by Garrett's, Brother Martin is going to keep running until he proves he can throw them out.
Another runner in scoring position.
Sirkovich has almost thrown as many pitches as Watson did early in the 3rd.
That is a strike call, and it's 1-1. The pitch, runner goes, and a swing and a line drive, base hit right field. It's 4-0, Brother Martin. An RBI single by Bronson Lamont. Increases the lead, increases the big inning, and keeps the train rolling. And here comes Calvanura.
Lamont, one of their better RBI guys, does a great job with a 2-strike curveball. Elevated curveball, he just went out, poked it to right field. That's all he needed to do. Drives in Kropp, and now the Crusaders have a commanding lead.
And that's going to be all for Sirkovich. And Jacob Stevens, who pitched so well 2 nights ago, is going to come in relief. Crusaders were hitless for 9 innings in this doubleheader until this inning. And they've ripped off 5 hits in the inning and counting. Sirkovich done after 2 2/3 innings. So far, 4 runs on 4 hits.
And that's the beauty of a 3-game series, right? You know, you get no hit in game 2 to even things up. Once that game ends, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. We got to win the next one. Brother Martin has kept their composure. They've kept battling, good at bat after good at bat, and they finally cracked the code here against the Holy Cross pitching staff.
Stevens comes on. He was so good 2 nights ago. Left-hander, Jacob Stevens, 10 appearances. No record, a 1.05 earned run average. 1 save, all appearances in relief. 13 in the 3rd innings, only 6 hits given, 2 runs earned. He's walked 9, struck out 15, a 1.12 whip on the year for Jacob Stevens, who came in Thursday night and slammed the door. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, and 3 strikeouts against Brother Martin in a 7-4 loss to the Crusaders.
So he's coming on to face Egan Prather. It looks like they're going to let him hit for himself.
Prather walked his first time up. Again, fantastic crowd all afternoon here. Here's Prather. Stevens stepped off. First pitch. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Nice to see a lot of members of the Suno Knights team watching beyond the outfield fence. They're going to the NAI tournament to play Monday morning against Ottawa, Kansas, up in Shreveport, Red Regional. Check of the runner, the 0-1 pitch, and that is in the dirt. Good down read by Lamont. He's at second on the wild pitch. Another runner in scoring position for the Crusaders. Prather waits. Stevens with a 1-1. Swinging a fly ball a mile high. Foul territory. Catcher, first baseman. Catcher makes the catch. Everybody's okay. Good play by Garretts. Helps his teammate up. Inning is over, but Brother Martin has an inning. 8 batters hit. 4 runs. Cross the plate on 5 hits. No errors. And strand a runner. 4 left for the Crusaders, who go to the bottom of the 3rd with a 4-0 lead over Holy Cross. Sirkovich done. You close the book on Sirkovich. 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs earned. Walked 2, struck out 2, hit a batter. Could lose, cannot win, Kurt.
Yeah, it's a good thing no collision right there, because I think Garrett would have lost that one. Garrett's is a big boy.
And now a big opportunity for Jude Tingstrom to try to solidify this lead. He's gone 2 innings and 33 pitches, a walk and 2 strikeouts, to his credit.
Well, Brother Martin coming up with the timely hitting. A lot of 2-out RBIs right there, which is how you win ball games. They weren't able to really give themselves too many scoring opportunities in the first game today, but so far in game 3, they have left nothing to chance, picking up practically every base runner that has reached thus far.
Huge 3rd inning, and now Colton Garretts needs to get something started for the Tigers as they look to answer. Garretts is 2 for 6 in the series, a run scored in RBI. Tingstrom ready with his 34th pitch of the ball game. Here it is, and that is, I guess, low. Oh, look at the catcher. Telling his bench again that was a strike and didn't get it. It's 1-0. You see the catcher double clutch like that, he's telling you. He's telling his coach. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a liner foul, and it's a little bit unusual because the strike zone's been really big here. 1-1 the count.
It has been. He threw us kind of a curveball right there, the umpire did. It looked like a pretty good pitch.
And I point that out because you were a pitcher. Catchers are the ones that always let you know Swing and a miss. That's 1-2. That's not strike three. It's through to first, but it's 1-2. He called the ball on the first pitch. I think even the hitter thought it was a strike. Honestly. Yeah. I mean, does that tell you anything? He's looking back like that wasn't strike three. Well, yeah, you're like us, buddy. We thought that pitch was a strike two.
Because it was right down the middle. Might have been a hair low. I don't know.
Well, that's letting the home plate umpire know exactly how everybody felt, including the hitter. That's 1-2. He just assumed that pitch was a strike. Now it's 2-2. So 2-2 now. And another pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him anyway with a big breaking ball. Round number one. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Tingstrom.
He's starting to get a feel for that breaking ball, and he knows he's got that outside corner if need be.
Here's Sirkovich.
That's going to play right into his hand with this right-handed heavy lineup that Holy Cross throws out there. Andre, the only lefty.
That pitch is a good strike call with the fastball. Sirkovich reached on the error in the first inning. Was erased on a double play ball. Swing and a miss with the high fastball. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Wiltz eats it up and throws the strike. 2 gone. And now Greg Ruiz bats, who grounded into that 6-4-3 double play. In the first inning, he homered to win game 1. Here's Ruiz. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, hit breaking ball looks good.
Yeah, he's
it's
starting
good
to get
vertical and horizontal movement, huh?
He's back footing it to the righties. He's backdooring it to the righties. He's got it on a string right now.
Breaking ball hit to short. Shannon looks it in, sets and throws accurately. And there's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Jude Tingstrom, who solidifies that big 4-run inning. And he's looking good. And so are the Crusaders after 3, who lead Holy Cross 4-0.
He's doing an impersonation of Matthew Watson right now. He's got the breaking ball working. He's getting ahead. He's working quickly. Getting weak contact.
He's got 3 strikeouts to his credit. Not sure what happened in right field, but it looks like the right fielder, perhaps, for Holy Cross is down.
I think Ruiz might have cramped up trying to leg that ground ball out to short. Didn't look like he hit the bag funny.
Yeah. Ruiz was going out to right field. He's the right fielder. That's close to his position. He just ran the bags. But I didn't see anything weird or strange there. But they're tending to him. He's up. He's walking. The question is, can he continue? It doesn't look very good. He is their right fielder, and he's so important. Big hitter, 2-hole hitter. He homered earlier. I don't think he's going to stay in the game. Or is he? They're bringing the glove out with a cap. Looks like he might try. Bring the glove and cap out, so it's like, you're staying in, buddy. Go for it, man.
I don't think he wants to come out anyway. These kids are tough, man. In a game like this, you're going to have to drag them off the field.
Stevens back to the mound to work in his second inning. He got the 1-hitter out that he faced earlier. Goes to work here against Brody Shannon. Popped out to short in the second inning. Pitch on the way. That's a strike call from Stevens.
Tingstrom did exactly what you're supposed to do when your offense gives you a 4 spot in the top of an inning. You go out and throw a donut in the bottom.
Inside low, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right, should be easy. Ruiz, well, you get tested right away, right? It's just baseball.
Always away.
Let's hit it to him and see how he is. He caught it. Shannon's out. Here's Wiltz. He's flied to right twice to Ruiz. Wiltz from the right side. And the pitch. Showed bunt, took it away. It is 1-0.
Yeah, Andrade was cheating in. I was just about to say it. Wiltz is a very good bunter. He bunted the other night and led to a couple of runs.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped him straight up. On the infield, the second baseman wants it. Blanchard waiting, staring it. 2 gone. I like Stevens a lot. Did a great job the other night, and I like he's doing the same job he did the other night right now.
Yeah,
Pumping strikes, has pretty good velocity, has some movement. Here's Ryan Darrow, who's singled, stolen a base, scored a run. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, he did a great job of wiggling out of that jam the other night, keeping his team in it, giving him a chance. He's doing the same thing right here.
Darrow takes a fast strike. It's 0-1.
Darragh singles, we got everything going in that third.
Ground ball up the middle. That's trouble. That's going to be a base hit. So Darrow with an infield single. Hit in the right place. He's got 2 consecutive hits in this game. He's 2 for 3. And that's going to bring Brady McCluskey to the plate, who has been hit by a pitch. He's tripled to drive in a run and scored a run.
Good little changeup by Stevens.
All right, you got a left-handed pitcher now. They were running wild previously, but do they change now with a lefty pitcher on the mound?
The way Garrett's was...
Slide step and a swing and a pop-up third base side will be caught, and the inning's over. Andre makes the catch. We'll never know. No runs in the end. A runner stranded. 5 left for Brother Martin. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and it's still 4-0 Crusaders on top. Again, Stevens doing an excellent job. Tingstrom will get back to the mound. And they'll be working at Pellegrin, Andrade, and Blanchard, 3, 4, and 5 for Holy Cross. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the winner goes to Selfridge to play the winner of Catholic High and St. Thomas More. Catholic took game 1, 16-6 in that series.
You got to believe it's probably going to be Catholic coming out of that one, especially after they drummed them 16-6 in game 1. Their pitching is so good, year in and year out. It's hard to put together any type of rally against those guys. Big innings are hard to come by.
Just to update you there, Catholic's up 4-0 in the 3rd inning in game 2, trying to sweep that series.
It's about par for the course.
Defending state champions looking the part, #1 seed. So here's Pellegrin to lead it off. He flew out to center in the 1st inning. Tingstrom at 43 pitches, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. First pitch here. Chopper foul, it's 0-1.
Tied up Pellegrin with a breaking ball right there. Looked like a little slider or a cutter, on his hands. Getting ahead early, and that's what you want to do with a 4-run lead.
The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball right side. First baseman down, hop single. There's nothing you can do if you're Lamont. He was getting there without a problem, but that ball took a high hop over his glove. It's It's a bad hop single and a good start for the Tigers here.
Tough play. Ball had a lot of top spin on it. Really, the only way Lamont's going to catch that is if he takes a deeper angle going back towards right center instead of trying to cut across. That way, it would have given him a little bit more room to use his hands to make that play.
Holy Cross gets a leadoff man on for the second time in the game. Andre flew out to left, a brilliant play by Kropp on the run, his first trip. And a swing and a foul. He's hit that way throughout, and he was inside outing that one as well. It's 0-1. So I think Kropp, if you're Kropp, you might want to cheat slightly toward the line here with the way he's been approaching the at-bats.
Especially with the lefty-lefty and the breaking ball breaking away from him. That's really his best opportunity to hit it that way.
Up and in, 1-1. Agreed. Why do we agree so much? Just asking for a friend.
I think we might know what we're talking about. I don't know.
Just asking for a friend. What's his name? Jimmy? Breaking ball beat foul. There you go. He tried to pull that. It's 1-2.
Try to get out and around that curveball.
Think Jimmy's watching. He knows a little bit about this stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. A little bit.
Used to hang out with him in Des Moines. Don't tell anybody. Back in the day. 1-2 the count. Here it comes. Breaking ball beat foul. Well, he's left a couple of breaking balls up and in. Not really where he wants that pitch, but he's been nothing but topping those pitches. Holding it 1-2. See if he can get that thing away ahead in the count and get a swing.
Yeah, Will's been heavy out and around on those breaking balls. He needs to stay inside of it.
There it is again, and a tap foul again. All three of these have been inner portion breaking balls. And all three, he was able to get enough of it to stay at the plate. Pellegrin at first, good speed. Kingstrom ready and pitching. Fastball away. So he went fastball. Now he's 2-2.
Just showed that one. Went elevated with the heater, and now he's going to probably throw that breaking ball right off of it. That's the best way to work those two pitches.
2-2. Breaking ball beat toward the right side. That's going to be a base hit. He kept throwing the breaking ball inner portion, and he finally paid for it.
And that's exactly what he did. He went back to the curveball after the elevated fastball. But Andre got just enough of it, hit it right where he needed to. Didn't hit it hard. Stanley Wiltz had to dive for it to keep it on the infield, but he didn't have a play anywhere. So now the Holy Cross Tigers have a little something going right here.
Building an inning, and here's Ryder Blanchard, who ripped a double his first time to the gap in right center. He's up there in a big spot for his team. With 2 on, nobody out here in the 4th inning. Down by 4, big chance here for the Tigers. Stretch and the pitch, and that is a fast strike.
That's the one we've been talking about all day. You can't really do much with that. As a left-handed pitcher against the right-handed hitters, you've got to just keep pounding it right there.
0-1 the count. Kingstrom steps off. Runner dancing off second. Here's the pitch. Outside with an off-speed pitch to Blanchard. It is 1-1.
I would be telling my middle infielders, stay home. We'll take 2 for 1 right now all day. If he gets to third and winds up scoring, we'll take a double play here all day long with a 4-run lead. I don't want to give away too much real estate in the middle of the infield.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Two runners on, nobody out.
Blanchard,
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Blanchard's really got to look for the ball away and shoot it the other way. He's got a big hole over there.
Here it comes. Breaking ball struck him out looking. Quality pitch. He froze Blanchard. That's a big out against a dangerous hitter. 1 gone.
Great pitch right there by Kingstrom. 1-2 backdoor breaking ball. actually probably had a little more plate than he wanted. But Blanchard was fooled on the pitch.
Well,
couldn't pull the trigger.
He's got 4 strikeouts, 3 of them looking, and now a visit to the mound will ensue. I have a chance to see Delgado all the time, and every year they've got a good left-handed pitcher, a crafty guy, a guy that really knows how to pitch. This year was Connor Ashe. Well, this kid's on his way there, and he looks the part of those guys that we used to sing over there from the left side.
Oh, you see it all the time. The pitcher of the year in my son's conference in the Alabama Division II Junior College conference was a left-hander from Wallace Dothan. He's headed to South Alabama, and you know, he was upper 80s. Really good changeup, could throw it in any count, in any spot. He was just dominant. They couldn't do anything with him. He won 11 games.
Left-handed pitchers, you're so valuable. Here's Ruggiero, walked his first trip. Stretch and the pitch. That is a strike call. Off speed, gets ahead, 0-1. Conversely, from the right side, you'd have been proud of Brady Schmidt, who his last game of the year, he was throwing 94 up in Denham Springs.
He's got a big arm, man.
Where they had the radar gun on the scoreboard. Way outside and high, 1-1. He was 92 consistently, 93, and then he had 94 a few times. So and it's really an easy 93, 94, motion-wise. Heading to southeastern Louisiana, along with his teammate Rhett Centenni.
He's got such good downhill playing, too.
1-1 the count. The stretch and the pitch, and he took it just down. And it's 2-1. Brother Martin players excelling at Delgado this year. Frank Randall, terrific hitter. Alex Lesh pitched very well. Eli Booth, good, productive hitter. 2-1 the count. Long look.
Pellegrin's got the signs at second, and he's trying to relay him to Garrett.
Yeah,
finally,
and that's why they're coming in to tell him. That's exactly why they're gathering. You can tell them. They know, Pellegrin knows what's going on.
He was being a little too obvious with it. You've got to be a little more subtle.
It's part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with a player trying to help a teammate. It's part of the game. But now they probably went to a second set here. And look at Shannon. Shannon's going to shield Pellegrin. Just to let him know, right? Here it is. And a hard hit liner. Oh, what a catch. Throw to second, double play. What a play. Lamont makes a game-changing play for the Crusaders. What a play by Bronson Lamont. It doesn't get any better than that. Guerra hit the ball right on the screws into a double play. The second double play turn by Brother Martin to end the inning with no runs and 2 hits and no errors and a runner left. That's 3 left for Holy Cross. And after 4, it's 4-0. Crusaders. Good teams can beat you more ways than one. Brother Martin's a great hitting team, but they can pitch and they can field.
And that's what we were talking about earlier today. That's why these two teams are here. They can pitch, they can play defense, and they can hit. So that's why you're seeing such a good series between these two ball clubs, because they're excellent ball clubs. They're very well coached, very fundamentally sound. We had a lot of gamesmanship going on right there. We had Pellegrin trying to tip pitches to his hitter. We had Brody trying to intercept and interfere him. Next thing you know, we've got a diving play by Lamont at first to double up Pellegrin at second, and snuffs out the Holy Cross rally.
You know, it's interesting. I went back and looked at game 1. In the 2 games, I've highlighted 7 plays already, which tells me there's been some good glove work out there.
Absolutely. And if Appy comes up with the one off the bat of McCluskey in the 3rd inning, we're still 0-0. That was the biggest play of the game.
The one right now is just as big. That probably goes as a 2-run double.
Well, on the flip side, absolutely.
And you end up with the tying run at the plate. Instead, it's 4-0, and we go to the 5th. Let's see if it carries over Nicole Navarro at the plate in terms of momentum against Stevens, who's been good in relief for the Tigers, and delivers a good fastball. It's 0-1.
Navarro with that fillet job down the first baseline earlier in the game for an RBI single.
1 for 2 with the run scored and the RBI. Here it is. Swinging a pop foul out of play. It's 0-2. Stevens just pumping strikes, isn't he? 0-2 the count.
That's what he does. He did it on Thursday night when he came in the game. As we mentioned, wiggled out of that jam. And he's doing a good job so far today in this rubber match of keeping the lead right where it is so that his team will have a chance at some point.
0-2 pitch. Swinging a number up the middle. Jam shot to second. Throw to first for the out. Good pitch by the left-hander, Stevens. He ate up Navarro, jammed him badly, and Blanchard threw him out.
Fastball in on his hands really tied him up. Blanchard did a great job, got a great jump on that ball. Read that it was going to be soft coming off the hands. Fields it on the run, makes a nice throw to Guerra to retire Navarro.
Reese Roussel is 0 for 2. He's lined to right, he's grounded to first. Lefty-lefty matchup. Takes a strike. Stevens doing exactly what he did on Thursday night, settling the game in with his team down. They were down 5 at that time. They're down 4 in this one. And he pops another strike in there. And it's 0-2. Hitter calls time. The junior left-hander figures to be very prominent for this team next season. Is ready and pitching. Would not chase, high and away, 1-2. Brother Martin with 4 runs in the third, leads at 4-0 here in the top of the 5th of the third and deciding game of this Division I Select Semifinal Series. And away, now it's 2-2.
Big pitch for Stevens right here. You don't want to go 3-2. He's got the edge right here. Roussel's going to be battling, though.
Would not chase. And now from 0-2 to 3-2.
Roussel does a good job with 2 strikes. He will fight pitches off and spray him over to the left field side. He does a great job of doing that.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Stevens continues his fine work.
Got him with the breaking ball. Only the 13th strikeout of the year for Roussel. He's a tough strikeout victim. But that lefty-lefty matchup at the high school level is a tough one. They just don't see a lot of them.
Cody Kropp has walked, singled, driven home a run, stolen 2 bases, and scored a run. He's been all over this one. The pitch. And a smash off of the pitcher to third. Throw to first. He's out at first. And Stevens is fine. He's pumped up. Ball got a piece of his glove. Thankfully, it appeared. It ends up as a 1-3 out. And the inning is over. Wow. Can't hit the ball any harder. Stevens looks to be fine. Down go the Crusaders in order. Let's take a stretch from Wesley Barrow. And it's a 4-0 ball game in favor of Brother Martin. Can't hit it any harder than that.
That was scary.
It was, right at it. Thankfully, all is well. Tingstrom back to the mound. And Tingstrom in 4 innings has thrown 60 pitches. He's walked 1, he struck out 4. Tries to go to work here in good fashion. He'll be working to Robert, Appy, and Garrett's here in the 5th inning for Holy Cross. Have made 3 hits in the game. Tingstrom has been around the plate throughout just the... And Mark Robert will lead it off. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning.
See if Tingstrom can rebound from a little bit of a tough stretch in that last inning. Holy Cross Tigers made a little bit of noise for the first time. See how he bounces back.
Good fastball strike to get ahead of Robert, who struck out looking in the second inning. Oh, 1. Popped him straight up into right. Easy chance for McCluskey. Hardly moves and makes the one-hand catch, 1 out. And now Luke Appy, who struck out looking in the second inning, to the plate.
Fastball by Tingstrom right there. In on the hands, beat him a little bit. He's thrown so many breaking balls, that fastball is going to be playing much quicker.
Shows bunt, pops the bunt foul. Up on the roof, it's 0-1. Not happy.
You almost have to go up to the plate looking for the breaking ball on the outside half of the plate and trying to shoot it that way. That should be the approach of the Holy Cross Tiger hitters.
0-1. Swinging a foul to right, it's 0-2.
He tried. That was a fastball in, though.
Yeah, he stayed inside of it, but ball was inside, so not much you could do with it. Quickly 0-2. And another in the dirt. And it's 1-2. I say in the dirt. I should say in the pellets or in the turf. You get the picture. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second straight time he's gotten him. And strikeout number 5 for Tingstrom, and 2 outs here for Colton Garretts.
The high heater got happy to chase it well out of the zone. But that high fastball plays off of that breaking ball that Tingstrom has used so very well tonight.
Here's Garretts, a strikeout victim in the third. And here is the pitch. And that is just missing. Down and in, 1-0 to Garretts. The 1-0. Liner into right field, right at the right fielder, making the catch. McCluskey, who had him played right. Sit down catch, 1, 2, 3 inning, 5 straight set down by Tingstrom. We go to the 6th, and it remains Brother Martin 5 and Holy Cross nothing. Well, you had your defense positioned correctly there.
Hit a bullet right at him. Curveball out over the plate. Good job by Garretts, doing exactly what we talked about, trying to hit the ball at the right center field gap. But McCluskey was shading over right where he needed to be to reel that one in.
Stevens back to the bottom to try to keep it where it's at. He's done a really fine job. That was an 8-pitch inning for Tingstrom. That's big for him and for his team. When you get this deep into a series in a pitching depth situation. Lights have been on from the start here this afternoon, just to make sure. Got a nice little cloud cover now.
Been very pleasant today.
Oh, it's been really nice.
After a miserable yesterday.
No doubt. And enjoy this because the beast is on the way. I think it hits 90 by Wednesday this week, and we probably won't see anything south of that again. I call it the beast. Once it comes, it's locked in for about 4 or 5 months, maybe.
Yes.
May, June, July, August, September, October.
This is a big inning for Stevens right here. He has the bottom of the Crusader lineup, and on the flip side, he's going to have 1, 2, and 3 for his Holy Cross Tigers. So if he can keep it exactly where it's at, they may have a chance in the 6th. That'll be their best opportunity for sure.
Bronson Lamont bats, took it. Oh, he got the high strike. There it is again. He's called it all day. Lamont had a big RBI single in the 30s, he's 1 for 2. Well, he's consistent with that high strike, that's for sure. That's low, and it's 1-1. But you are correct. It's been a good day to pitch in terms of the
especially if you're left-handed. The lefties are dealing today.
and getting calls. Has a liner in the left. Left fielder can't get it up. Base hit. 2-hit game for Lamont, who roped that one in the left. Kind of froze Robert, but that ball had top spin, and he couldn't have gotten to that. It's a leadoff single here in the 6th, and that's hit number 7 for the hard-hitting Crusaders. And now Egan Prather, now that you bunt him. I would think so here.
Yeah, I think so.
Came in just under 200 on the year.
And you might see a pinch hitter for Shannon if they do bunt him over.
Check of the runner. Gonna bunt, and he bunts the ball to the pitcher. Caught. Throw to first, safe.
So we won't see a pinch hitter. I was thinking maybe Switzer would be the pinch hitter who has sometimes DH'd for Prather over the course of the year, but we get the bunt into an out.
Brody Shannon popped to short, fly to right, 0 for 2 in the game and 1 for 7 in the series. With a check of the runner at first. Here it comes. That is high and away. Catcher wanted to throw to first, but Garrett's lost the ball.
Garrett's was about to shoot one down to first base, see if he could catch Lamont napping, but on his drawback, the ball flipped out of his hand. Looked like Aaron Brooks.
A ball and no strikes on Shannon. A little leisurely Sunday toss to first on a Saturday. The pitch is up.
Only 4 hits in 14 and 2/3 innings tossed by left-handed pitchers today.
And a favorable 2-0 count for Shannon. And he pops it up. Should be playable. First baseman foul territory, making the catch. Guerra, and 2 gone. And now Stan Wiltz is 0 for 3. Slide out twice to right and pop to second. Everything hit to the right side. And Hoy Cross has completely controlled him in this series. He's 0 for 9.
And he's usually an excellent leadoff hitter.
As mentioned, the UNO signing was the hitter of the year in the District 9-5A.
He works the count. He's got a great eye.
And he takes one that just missed. Good pitch, just missing, 1-0. Little hooting and hollering there.
I like the strike zone in the first game today much better than
I thought it was very good. Although it was liberal, it was good. It was consistent. Thus a 1-0 game. Tapper foul. Out in front, it's 1-1.
Holy Cross hasn't pitched in a lot, but when they have, they've executed it perfectly. That was another good example. Behind in the count, 4-seam fastball in on the hands, tied him up, chopped it foul. Couldn't do much with it.
1-1 the count. There's that leisurely move to first, and really nothing to threaten a base runner. They've stolen 3 bases in the game, have the Crusaders. 1-1. And delayed steal strike called, and it worked perfectly. Nobody there. Delayed steal caught him completely off guard. And that's 4 steals for Brother Martin. And now a runner in scoring position as Lamont takes second.
That's his 8th stolen base of the year for Lamont. Great job with that delay steal. Caught Garrett sleeping, caught the middle infielder sleeping.
1-2 pitch and a chopper to second. Blanchard high hop, gets rid of it, and gets Wiltz for the out. He was out, innings over. No runs and a hit, no runner stranded. And that's 6 left for Brother Martin. We get to the bottom of the 6th. And it is still 4-0 Crusaders on top of the Tigers here at Wesley Barrow. Can the Tigers find a way to solve Tingstrom? They're going to have to do it soon, right? 6 outs to go.
This is going to be their best chance. They've got 1, 2, 3 up. Those are the guys that do most of the damage for them and have done the damage throughout the year. You've got Cirkovic, a 380 hitter. Ruiz, we saw what he could do earlier. He provides a little bit of pop. And then Pellegrin, a 461 hitter, and an Andrade at 319. After that, it tends to drop off a little bit. So if they want to make some noise, this is going to be their best opportunity to do so.
Tingstrom is at 68 pitches through 5 innings, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in the game. So Cirkovic will get it started. He has reached on an error. He's grounded to second. First pitch from Tingstrom is in there for a strike call.
That might have been Cirkovic's best opportunity. First pitch fastball.
Shows bunt and takes a breaking ball. Did he go? No. Close. And it's 1-1.
He showed it, but I think he pulled it back in time. Good curveball by Tingstrom.
1-1 is fouled out of play. It's 1-2. On Cirkovic.
He's done an excellent job of commanding that arm side of the plate.
Yeah, breaking ball down. It's 2-2. Sun breaks through again on this Saturday afternoon. 2-2 the count. And another swing and a miss. He struck him out with heat. Strikeout number 6 for Tingstrom. Elevates the fastball beautifully. He's pitched a beautiful game. 1 out.
He was looking for the local. He got the express. There's no doubt in my mind he was looking breaking ball right there. Tingstrom turned it up a notch with the fastball, blew it right by him.
Greg Ruiz is grounded into a double play, and he's grounded to short, and he takes it low. And it's 1-0.
You know, even when Tingstrom has not thrown a first pitch strike, he's always come right back with strike 1, strike 2. I mean, he's been ahead of it all day long.
Ground ball to second. Wiltz is there. Gloves and throws, and there are 2 outs. The Crusaders are counting outs, 4 outs away.
Ruiz limping down the line that time, too. They may have to make a change.
Definitely tweaked something earlier, as you mentioned. And here's Pellegrin, who singled and flied to center. Admire his toughness for staying in there. You know how badly he wants it.
Yeah, the hero of game 1, he along with Watson, going to try to push through it, but might be for the best of the team that they replace him defensively, since that might be his last at bat of the game.
Pellegrin takes a strike. It's 0-1, a good breaking ball. Oh, 0-1. Down, it's 1-1.
Pellegrin hitting again with nobody on base. That's been the big thing for Brother Martin, is keeping runners off base.
That's high, pops out of the glove. It's 2-1.
To prevent Pellegrin from having RBI opportunities. He's had none this game.
Now it's 2-1 on Pellegrin.
And he didn't have any in the last game.
And now it's 3-1. Missed away. Well, up by 4 with 2 outs, nobody on. If you're Tingstrom, you just want to challenge him here if you can.
100%.
3-1. He can't. 4. Ball 4, and he's trotting to first, and that's only the second walk given by Tingstrom, and now he deals with Will Andrade.
He tried to challenge him, just didn't make the pitch. You can see he was a little upset with himself. right at the 80 pitch mark, 50 strikes for Tingstrom. But he's got the good matchup right now. He's got the favorable matchup, even though Andre got the infield single last time. He didn't look very comfortable against Tingstrom whatsoever.
From the stretch, Tingstrom to the plate, up and in. Remember, he pitched him inside last time, and he gave up the base hit. He kept throwing breaking balls, inner portion, last time up, and there goes the catcher to the mound. I don't think that's really what they want to do.
No, I don't think that's by design. I think he made a couple of mistakes last time around, and that fastball just got away from him. He might be starting to tire a little bit.
Yeah, the bullpen's busy, and you know who that is. Nolan Amato, who's their late inning man for Brother Martin. The right-hander is throwing.
He was up Thursday, but never got in the game. Navarro didn't give him the opportunity.
There's a swing and a ball hit to second. Wiltz has it. Could have gone to second. Goes to first and gets the out. And the inning is over. No runs and no hits, no errors, and one left. 4 stranded by the Tigers. We're on to the 7th. Scheduled for 7. Brother Martin an inning away from advancing. Leading Holy Cross 4-0. Stevens, who's done an outstanding job in relief, will again just try to keep the Crusaders at bay. He's done his job. Tigers just haven't been able to score.
And he's got his work cut out for him in this inning. 2, 3, 4 due up for the Brother Martin Crusaders. Dara, McCluskey, and Navarro. That's where all the damage was done in that 3rd inning. A 1-out single by Dara, a triple by McCluskey, a single by Navarro, and then a little bit later, Lamont with an RBI single. But that's where all the damage was done. 2, 3, 4.
And now he will work too, Dara, as mentioned, to get it started here in the 7th. Stevens in relief of Sirkovich, who went 2 2/3. Allowed 4 hits, 4 runs. 4 runs, a very, very tough reach to overcome for the Tigers. Crusaders would like to make it more. Dara's 2 for 3. He's done his job. He's got 2 singles. He's stolen a base. He scored a run. First pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball hit to center pretty well. Center fielder back. Track. Wall. It is off the wall. Dara's on his way to second with a ringing double. Just missed hitting it out at the 390 mark, Kurt.
He squared that one up nicely. I thought that ball was gone when it came off the bat. With that wind blowing out towards center field a little bit, this and Kirsch Rooney are probably the only 2 parks in the city that are going to keep that one inside of it.
That's his 11th double of the year, and now Brady McCluskey with a lefty-lefty matchup. How do you play this if you're Brother Martin?
Yeah, you got to try to get him out is what you do. You try to get him out, then you can walk him, Navarro, and then you've got the double play set up with Roussel.
My point is, do you bunt here?
Oh, do you bunt? No, I'm letting him swing it. We're up 4.
He's bunting, and it's a bunt toward third, and it's a good bunt. Wheel to first, got the out, runner to third, 1 out. Sacrifice works. Like the play because they're up 4, and it's a lefty-lefty matchup, and you got Navarro, your best RBI guy, coming up. Now, they could walk him, as you mentioned, but Roussel's no piece of cake either, although he's a left-handed hitter.
That's the play. You walk him. I don't really like taking the bat out of my 3-0 hitter's hands, especially when he blasted one up against the center field wall earlier. But I get it with the lefty-lefty. Infield's in.
But they're not going to walk him, it appears. So the infield is in. And Navarro's a pure RBI man. He singled home a run in the 3rd, 1 for 3. The pitch. And he missed inside with a hook. It's 1-0.
Navarro doesn't strike out a whole lot. 18 strikeouts in 104 at bats, so 1 every 5 at bats. He does a pretty good job of putting the bat on the ball.
1-0 the count. And a swing and a foul. It's 1-1.
He looks like he's trying to stay inside of everything today. A conscious effort. He's trying to inside out everything. Right now what you're doing is you're looking for something up in the strike zone so you can drive it over that drawn-in infield.
On 1-1. Here it comes. That missed the inside edge. It's 2-1. I can give a tip of the cap to my team, who just won their 7th straight game. The Cardinals beat the Nationals 4-2. Redbirds. Sorry, Jimmy. Here's the 2-1. Oh, he swung it out in and laces a base hit to right. That's what a pure RBI man does. That pitch was up and probably out of the zone. He liked it with the infield in, and he smacked it into right for an RBI single, and the Crusaders' lead is now 5-0.
And that's what I was talking about. You're looking for that fastball or anything up in his zone so you can drive it over the infield. He didn't drive it over it, but he did drive it through it. Hit it hard enough to get it through that drawn-in infield.
Now Roussel. And a fast strike. It's 0-1. Roussel 0 for 3. 1 for 8 in the series. And a swing and a line drive base hit to right. Ruiz over to get it. Runner stops at second. It was hit too hard. And it ends up first and second, 1 out. When they get hits, they put them together. They had the big 5-hit inning in the third. They've got 3 hits here, and that'll prompt a visit to the mound from Albanura. He might make the change here.
I think they went to the well once too often. They tried to beat him with that fastball in.
I think they're going to bring Ruiz in the pitch. Ooh. From what I'm looking at. They pointed to him, so I'm assuming he's coming in. Yeah, he's had a rough game with the way he's had to battle with the injury. We'll see who it is that takes to the mound. Stevens gets a nice hand. He deserves it.
Looks like Pellegrin is going to be the pitcher.
Well, he's been their closer when they've needed him this year. When they've needed a guy to close, he's done it.
I guess Ruiz is going to go to short.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. So Dom Pellegrin will get the ball. Ideal situation. They wanted him in a late game situation in a tie or with the lead, talking to Calbanura earlier, but wasn't afforded that opportunity the way Brother Martin has played in this game. Dom Pellegrin, 6 appearances, and he's perfect. No earned run average, 4 saves. They've only used him in those spots. 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk and 6 strikeouts for Pellegrin.
Yeah, he picked up a real tough save earlier in the year against the John Curtis Patriots in a big game for him. Yeah, not a lot of opportunities, only 6 appearances. But he's done the job in all 6 of them. 6 strikeouts, over 4 2/3 innings of work. Obviously a good arm coming from the shortstop position. You see that a lot, obviously, at the high school level.
Yep.
I wish we had the radar gun in the scoreboard here like you were talking about a little while ago.
Denham Springs, yep. Yeah, we got a really good read on pitches. And, I mean, look, we knew, and that was junior college, but we knew Aaron Sebia was 89 to 91 consistently. He touched 92. That's pretty much who he's been. We knew Schmidt was, low 90s, but he had 94 a couple of times, and was low 90s much of the time. And those were the 2 best arms there in that regional. Here's the pitch, and that is up for a ball to Cody Kropp, who has an RBI single, and he's walked, and he's stolen a base. And he hit a smash off the pitcher back in the 5th. It should have been a hit. Turned into an out. Crusaders trying to play add-on here.
Yeah, he's looking to cripple right here. He's looking for a good fastball out over the plate.
He hits one through the left side for a base hit. They stop the runner at third on a shallow ground ball left. So the bases are loaded. Well, they had a 5-hit inning earlier. They've got a 4-hit inning here, Kurt.
And that's what they do. Like you said, they bunch them together. When they smell blood in the water, that's when they come and get you.
And now here's Bronson Lamont. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI, a stolen base. He was robbed by the right fielder in the second. Ruiz, the infield comes in with the bases loaded. That is a strike, and it is 0-1.
I like Lamont in this spot right here. He puts the ball in the air a lot. That's what you're looking to do.
Missing away, got by the catcher, runner for the plate. He will score on a pass ball, and it's a 6-0 game.
That was a fastball. It got away a little bit from Pellegrin, and Gerritz was unable to make the adjustment. Went right off the tip of his glove.
Yeah, hit the glove, yeah.
Definitely a pass ball. He's probably tired out there, too.
Sure.
I mean, this is his 14th inning of work.
Lamont swings and misses. It's 1-2. They probably have enough runs right now with only 3 outs to get, but a base hit here would certainly erase pretty much any doubt, right?
Curtains, pretty much. Not sure why they're not playing double play in the middle.
High. Good
Give
question.
them a little better of a chance to turn something and get out of this mess that they've gotten themselves into.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good pitch.
Good heater
by Pellegrin to get Lamont. Keeps those runners frozen at second and third. And now 2 outs, and it takes something from who's going to hit. Prather is due up. We might get a hitter here. We'll see. Waiting. And here comes Jeff Lupo to.
The guy they like at this spot is Switzer.
It's going to be Luke Gabb, I think.
Gabb.
Yeah, Luke Gabb will get the opportunity. Luke Gabb at 156 with 6 driven in.
They wanted that lefty bat. Switzer is their right-handed DH sometimes.
So here's Gabb, a sophomore. No need to worry about the catcher. He'll re-enter the pitch. And just missed inside, 1-0. Welcome to high school baseball. Messes with the scorecard. Or scorebook in this case. There's a foul on an inside-out swing. It's 1-1 on Gabb. 6-0 Crusaders, top of the 7th.
Pellegrin beat him with the fastball right there. If I had to guess, I'd say Pellegrin's probably 86, 87 on the bump.
Here it comes. Just missed away. Catcher wanted it. Just off the plate, it's 2-1. The 2-1. He checked, and it's a strike, and it's 2-2.
Pellegrin.
Gabb stepped out. High and away, low and away, I should say. And it's full 3-2. He went off speed and missed pretty badly. So 3-2 now.
3-2. Crop's got about a 55-foot lead at second base.
Yeah, nobody checking him whatsoever. They're not worried about him.
Not worried about him
Down
at all.
6. Payoff pitch, and he walked him. So Gabb does his job and gets on to load the bases with 2 outs. And we'll get Switzer now. So Switzer will hit for Shannon. Ben Switzer. Switzer, the Baton Rouge Community College commit.
It's good to get these guys in at bat, too, just to keep them sharp for the next series.
Switzer started game 1 of the series. In the DH role. And he's in there now. Ben Switzer, 323 hitter, 6 driven in. Stretch pitch. Missed high and tight. 1 ball and no strikes. Our coverage on here, the pros receive with minimally invasive treatments and quicker recovery times. Visit Oxnard.org/sportsmed to learn more. Schedule an appointment near you. 2 balls and no strikes to Switzer now, and there's no room on the base paths. Here it comes, and that's a strike. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he just missed with those first 2 fastballs in to Switzer. That one, obviously, a little bit more of the plate.
As you alluded to, a very fast worker, the 2-1. And he taps it foul, and it's 2-2.
Typical shortstop's got a little bit of a low 3/4 slot, got a little arm side run. He's got the changeup and the curveball.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Switzer waits. Switzer swings and lines a base hit to left. 1 run is home. 2 runs are home. Another runner for third. He is safe at third. And it's 8-0, Brother Martin. Jeff Lupo pushes the button, and it pays off beautifully. He hit the jackpot. It's 8-0.
Switzer comes up big with the 2 strike, 2 out, 2-run single to really create some separation here between them and the Holy Cross Tigers. It wasn't a bad pitch, just had a little bit too much plate. Middle in, Switzer was able to barrel it up.
2 big innings for the Crusaders. As a swing and a fly ball in the center, should be handled off the bat of Wiltz. Center fielder makes the catch. 9 men come to the plate for Brother Martin here in the 7th. In a 4-run inning, and the Crusader fans are on their feet. 5 hits, no errors. And strand 2, the Crusaders have left a total of 8. Bottom of the 7th coming. Last chance for Holy Cross. And it's 8-0. Brother Martin on top here of Holy Cross with 3 outs to get to go to the state championship, Kurt.
Yeah, it looks like they're well on their way. That inning right there was huge. They finally figured out Stevens, and Pellegrin was unable to come in and stop the bleeding. A 4-run 7th to match their 4-run 3rd, and that's going to make things extremely difficult for the Holy Cross Tigers.
All right, as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning, Sweet Caroline serenading us. Here we go. Might as well, right? 8-0, Brother Martin in command here with just 3 outs to get to take it to state and to Sulphur. And Tingstrom trying to finish what he started. Goes back to the mound here in the bottom of the 7th. .82 pitches for Tingstrom. He's walked 2, struck out 6. Ryder Blanchard leads it off. He's doubled and struck out in the game. First pitch on the way. Missed inside, ball 1. Amato is not throwing now. He has been up previously in the bullpen for Brother Martin. Here it is. And he missed inside, way inside. And it's 2-0. Catcher to the mound. Talk to his hurler. Prather trying to make sure he's calm, settled, relaxed, ready, dealing, staying the course with what he's done all afternoon. .20 pitch. Swinging at it, surprisingly, and fouling it. It's 2-1. Pitch was running in on him. Made up his mind to take a whack. It's 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's even at 2-2. Jude Tingstrom ready, pitches, and a swing and a foul back. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Brother Martin 3 outs away from playing for a state championship for the first time since 1996. Here it comes. Missed away. It is full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tingstrom with a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Jude Tingstrom. 1 out here in the 7th. 2 more outs to obtain. The batter will be Ruggiero. He has walked and he's lined into a double play. That was a pivotal play back in the 4th inning. Brother Martin's made it less pivotal as the game has progressed. The pitch. Swinging a foul. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Ball got into the grandstand through the netting here. How does that happen? Pitch is just missing away for ball 1. It's 1-1. A souvenir. Who expects that when you got netting protecting you? 1-1 the count. You'll see it all if you go to the ballpark, folks, sooner or later. Here it is. And a tapper foul. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. As Tingstrom gets ahead, trying to finish what he started. Trying to finish Holy Cross and trying to get his team to the state championship series. One and 2 the count. Here it comes. Swinging a tap foul to stay alive against a tough breaking ball. And it holds it 1-2. Tingstrom getting the sign. Here it is. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Prather has to throw to first. Guns him out. 2 gone. Strikeout number 8 in the game for Tingstrom, and the Crusaders ran out away. Fans are on their feet, understandably so, as they try to finish this. And here's Mark Roberts, who's fanned and he's flying to right. He's the last chance for Brother Martin, or rather the last chance for Holy Cross in the game and in the season here. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The sign given. The 0-1 from Tingstrom. Swing and a foul, and the Crusaders are a strike away. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count. The pitch. Oh, he just missed the inside edge. And the letters, it's 1-2. That was close. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right. Hit pretty well. Right fielder is there. Making the catch. McCluskey. And Brother Martin has won the game, won the series, going to the state championship. They have defeated the Holy Cross Tigers by the score of 8-0 here in the 3rd and deciding game. And the Crusaders celebrate on the field, as well they should, of a well-earned, hard-earned victory against a class-quality Holy Cross squad here this afternoon. Handshakes will take place between these 2 rivals, great schools and competitors who competed at the highest level here in this series. You couldn't ask for much more with the way these teams were able to put it on the field and perform as well as they did. Just a brilliant effort by the Crusaders. When it mattered most, under pressure, they came through and win this one by the score of 8-0 over Holy Cross. Here this afternoon, the winners are exchanging handshakes, and we'll get to the winners here on the field in just a minute or so. And Crusaders, with the win, get to 31-6 on the year. The Tigers finish their season 32-6. as Brother Martin wins it by the score of 8-0. And with that, we'll wait for Kirk to get in place, and we will send it down in a moment to Kirk as he gets Jeff Lupo trying to get the winning pitcher as well, Jude Tingstrom, who was just fantastic. So Catholic of Baton Rouge will be the team that Brother Martin will end up facing. Let's go down to Kirk Bollinger right now. Kirk, take it away.
Okay, guys, we're down here on the field with winning coach Jeff Lupo of the Brother Martin Crusaders. They have punched their ticket to the state finals against the Catholic Bears. Tell me a little bit about what it took to get to this point.
You know, it took a lot of courage from our kids. You know, they fought, got to get no hit in the first game, and had hit the ball hard. They didn't get down on themselves. Hit the ball hard, found the barrel. They made plays, and the kid Watson kept the ball down in his zone, rated really hard on us to hit. And just refocused, recalibrated ourselves, said, hey, you're a really good team. You've won a bunch of games. Have confidence in yourself and the body of work that you've put together. You're good enough to be here. Go win it.
And that's why you guys are here. That's why you guys are in this position here. Tell me a little bit about the Tingstrom brothers. I mean, what a great story.
Yeah.
I don't envy the father on a day like today. A lot of nerves going on, but talk about those two guys, because even though Blaze did not come out victorious, he pitched one whale of a game.
I mean, to only give up one run in a high school game, you got to like your chances to win. And, they always say that only, a solo homer only beats you in the bottom of the last. But, credit to the Ruiz kid. He went and got one. He made a mistake, and he made him pay for it. I think it was in the fourth or fifth. And, he was lights out the rest of the way. And then, Jude has been in this situation before. He started a game 3 the last 2 years. And so he's been in this situation before. He was unwavering in his confidence and said, hey, give me the ball. I'm going to go get it done. And I'm very proud of both of them.
And offensively, Ryan Dara, I mean, he's been the guy all year. He's actually been the guy for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
He came out with the 2 big hits to start both of those 4-run rallies.
Yeah, I mean, he's going where he's going for a reason. We're very fortunate to have him. And, he's been a catalyst for us all year. Last year he was the hitter of the year in the district. This year he's the district MVP. Not only, I can't say enough about him. Not only is he a very talented player, but he's a great person. He's even a better person. So that speaks volumes for him. Just so excited for these guys. So very proud of them.
We're excited for you guys. Best of luck.
Appreciate you. Thank you all for being here.
Take it home. Keep it in the city. Ryan Dara. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Tough sledding today. Holy Cross's pitchers did a great job. Obviously, game 1, Matt Watson throws a no-hitter. What was your approach after that game? You have to reset real quick. He stymied you guys. You came out with the 2 big hits today to start those 4-run innings.
Phenomenal game by Watson. I mean, we tip our cap to him. We came out flat-footed, but we're not taking anything away from that kid. He pitched a hell of a game, and we pride ourselves in being a good hitting lineup. That's what we do. That's what we've done all season. And we knew that ain't no way you were getting no-hit 2 times in a row, that's for sure. So something's bound to happen, and we're confident in ourselves, and we're confident in what we can do. So we're going to carry that into the next series, and we're going to hope to keep this ball rolling. We're hot, and we want to stay that team. Be scared of.
Keep the ball rolling. Congratulations. Best of luck to you against Catholic. You bet. Jude Tingstrom, winning pitcher, getting your team to the state finals against the Catholic Bears. Your younger brother wasn't able to come out victorious in his effort today, but at the end of the day, it was one heck of an effort, and then you come right behind him with a gem, complete game shutout against a very formidable opponent in the Holy Cross Tigers. Tell me a little bit about your mindset taking them out after your guys got no hit, forcing a game 3.
Yeah, so just taking them out, I knew I had to throw strikes. That's the main part. And if I landed my off speed, we're going to be good. And I just pitched the contact and just tried to be as best as I can.
Well, and that's what you did. You landed your off speed like you always do. Curveball was magnificent. When you had to pitch in, you did, and you executed. Talk a little bit about that, how you were working those 2 pitches, because that's really was your bread and butter today.
Well, yeah, if I could locate those, I mean, we're going to be all right most of the time. And when the curveball's landing, you can get anybody out in high school baseball. So I just try to land it as much as I can.
And it's a tough opponent for a lefty because they're loaded with right-handed batters. They're sending up 8 right-handed hitters in that lineup out of the 9, Andre being the only lefty.
Yes, sir. So Andre, I mean, you had to get him out because he's the only lefty, but the righties, they're all tough. It's a great lineup, and it's a tough lineup to pitch to, but we got it done today.
Jude, congratulations. Great job. Best of luck to you guys against the Bears.
All right, thank you, Kurt. Great job. Thanks to Jude Tingstrom. Thanks to Ryan Darrow. And thanks to Jeff Lupo. Thanks to Greg Rando and Ryan Gallagher and Mark Wisniewski of Brother Martin High School. We deeply appreciate you and your cooperation and our ongoing wonderful relationship that we have with Brother Martin High School at CrescentCitySports.com. Thanks to Holy Cross and Justin Fleetwood and seeing John Serio here and Michelle Tompland and Mr. Kirkwood for their continued support, their graciousness in allowing us to bring this to you in the best fashion we possibly can. We just couldn't do it without the cooperation of outstanding people such as these with these two outstanding institutions. They're as good as it gets, and we're greatly appreciative for what they have done. Of course, we want to thank Sam Tornatore and Matt Merritt for a job well done as well. Thanks to Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. The quick lane services, all makes and models, batteries, tires, oil changes, and more, all done quickly. While you enjoy some popcorn, there must be a reason. Well, there's a reason Brother Martin's going to the state championship in Sulphur next week in a best-of-3 series against number 1 seed and defending state champion Catholic of Baton Rouge. Their brother school, another Brothers of the Sacred Heart School. That's because Brother Martin is a complete team with outstanding pitching, good defense, and outstanding hitting. And Catholic High is the team to beat as the number 1 seed and the defending state champion. But this is a very good Brother Martin team that will acquit itself well, in my opinion, in that 3-game series. Look forward to seeing what transpires in Sulphur next week. Great series, great finish, and what a win here for Brother Martin in Game 3. It's tough to come back and win Game 3 on the same day when the other team has beaten you in Game 2 and has the momentum. And also they do it with a no-hitter. I mean, that is hard to overcome. And Brother Martin was able to do that because of its maturity, its toughness, and showed that they had the ability and had the makeup to be able to get that done as they win it here by the score of 8-0 in Game 3 of this doubleheader. Everything was good. So, again, I just want to repeat that because I just think it's very significant. When you play a best-of-3 series and when you get to Game 3, after Game 2, and you got beat and you got no hit, the other side's got all the momentum. It shows the toughness, it shows the maturity, and it shows the perseverance and the ability of this team at Brother Martin. They're that team. They were the best team in this league all year. They were the best team in Metro New Orleans all year, and it showed through. That takes nothing away from Holy Cross. Cal Bedore's done a fantastic job, and they took this team to the limit, but this was the best team in the area all year long, and they're going to the state championship.
They were, and that's exactly the approach that Coach Lupo took in his pregame speech to the guys after they were beaten in Game 2 and no hit in Game 2. Told them how good of a team they were. They've worked all year to be here. They were the best team in this city. They were the best team that we've seen so far. I have not seen Catholic. It should be one heck of a series between the Bears and the Crusaders coming up next week.
Totals of the game once more. Brother Martin, 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. For Holy Cross, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. The winning pitcher, Jude Tingstrom, 3 hits shutout. He walked 2, he struck out 8, he threw 98 pitches in the game and was brilliant. The Delgado commit, he's 8-0 on the year for a reason. The losing pitcher, Chris Sirkovich, suffers his first loss of the year. He's 5-1 on the season. The game took 1 hour and 56 minutes to play. Brother Martin prevails by the score of 8-0. They'll face Catholic High in the state championship series in Sulphur next week. Catholic swept St. Thomas More today, 16-6 and 9-3. It's going to be a tough task, but the Crusaders are a very good baseball team, and they will acquit themselves well, Kirk.
Well, I think they have all the ingredients that it takes to beat a team like Catholic in a best 2 out of 3 series. They've got excellent starting pitching. We saw it today. We've seen Navarro all year long. They've got excellent hitters top to bottom in the lineup. They're going to be able to run the bases. They're going to put pressure on you that way. They can bunt the ball well. We saw that tonight. And they play very good defense. We saw that in right field, center field. Dara making great plays. McCluskey making great plays. They played very well on the infield behind their pitchers today, so they've got what it takes. They just have to go out there and execute and do it.
They can. We'll see if they will. Kirk, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoy this. What a beautiful afternoon, beautiful ballpark, and we saw compelling stuff. We saw a no-hitter, and then we saw a brilliant pitching performance by the second brother after his first brother was really good in game one.
Well, how often do you see a no-hitter in the first game of a doubleheader, and then another lefty comes back on the other side and throws a complete game shutout? You know, so it was just a great day of baseball. I think you're right. I think the best team won. The Holy Cross Tigers have nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm sure we'll probably see these guys run deep into the playoffs again next year.
Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate everything, man.
Thanks, Ken. It's always a pleasure.
Once again, it was a really good afternoon here. Holy Cross won 1-0. Brother Martin wins the deciding game by the score of 8-0. Thanks for joining us, and stay with Crescent City Sports for the latest in high school sports coverage, including upcoming broadcasts. For Kurt Bullinger and our entire Crescent City Sports production team, I'm Ken Trahan from Wesley Barrow Stadium, reminding you that our final in Game 3 was Brother Martin 8, Holy Cross 0. Thanks for joining us, and be a good sport, and God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.